Today we're getting into something that's really buzzing in product leadership circles. Vibe coding.
That's right. It's basically using these powerful AI tools to quickly spin up functional interfaces, user experiences.
Turning ideas into something real fast, like minutes instead of months sometimes.
Exactly. And today, we really want to explore why a product leader should, well, pay attention.
And maybe embrace it. We'll look at what works, what doesn't.
How to make sure it's actually adding value, not just noise, and who's maybe best suited to use it effectively.
Think of this as your quick guide to getting up to speed.
Yeah, a shortcut through the hype.
So let's start with the why. Why should a busy product leader care about this now? It gets called a force multiplier. What does that actually mean in practice?
Well, think about the usual process. Idea, sketches, mockups, prototype. It takes time.
A lot of time.
Right. Vibe coding,
Mm-hmm.
it massively accelerates that, especially the early prototyping. You can get a feel for an idea, a functional feel, almost instantly.
So you can test things faster, iterate quicker.
Spot on. You can react to feedback or even just, explore different paths much faster. It shrinks that whole cycle. For some companies, that's a real edge.
And it's not just theory. We're seeing big names endorsing it, like CTOs and CEOs at places like Intuit, Google, Microsoft.
Yeah, and the numbers some enterprises are reporting,
Yeah.
like up to 40% efficiency gains. That's significant.
It really is. So it's faster. What else?
Well, there's this idea of democratizing creation. It means people who aren't traditional coders.
Like product managers, business analysts.
Exactly. Or even subject matter experts. They can use these tools to directly build out their ideas, test assumptions.
Okay, so it brings more people into the actual creation process.
Yes, which can really help with alignment, getting everyone on the same page faster. But, and this is key, creativity has to be channeled. It needs to be a tool.
Not just messing around.
Precisely. Like one source said, unfocused creativity is just expensive noise.
Right. So how do you avoid that noise trap? How do you make sure the speed actually delivers value?
Okay, this is where we connect it back to business goals. Creativity, as, marketing folks like Keith Weed or Jim Stengel always stressed, it's only valuable if it drives results, connects to a purpose.
David Ogilvy's famous line, right? If it doesn't sell, it isn't creative.
Exactly. Or Peter Drucker linking innovation to utility, to creating value. So vibe coding works best when it starts with a real problem you're trying to solve.
A focus on the user, the human problem, like vibe designing, as Dustin Sinos calls it.
Yes. You have to genuinely care about solving that problem. Then the AI becomes your co-pilot, your maybe strategic partner.
Like a virtual CTO?
Kind of, yeah. You use it to brainstorm, clarify things, break down the work, and generate really specific, detailed prompts for the AI.
So it's not just typing, build me an app.
Definitely not. It needs structure. Like have a clear plan, a to-do list, build one piece at a time.
And the sources mention version control, like Git.
Oh, absolutely critical. With AI generating code quickly, you need Git or GitHub to manage changes, roll back if needed. It's like saving constantly.
Makes sense. And testing.
Yep, test every new feature and also use rules or system prompts within the AI tool itself.
Like guardrails.
Exactly. To enforce good coding habits, keep things consistent, prevent security slip-ups like, hard coding API keys, and just maintain quality. Keep files manageable.
Okay, so it's about using it strategically with discipline, not just letting it run wild.
Right. Which brings us to the value question. How do you ensure it's time well spent?
Yeah, the opportunity cost. Is this leader building something that an engineer or designer should be doing? Or maybe could a simple sketch have done the job?
That's the key question. Is this collaborative, helping unstick things, or is it speculative work that might just get thrown out?
So it's best used as an input. To clarify, test assumptions, maybe protect developer time.
Yes. It's not really a substitute for deep UX work or solid engineering. It's a booster, a clarifier.
And enterprises are putting controls in place, like AI centers of excellence.
They are. Plus human oversight for the code, security checks. Because, let's be honest, AI can generate flawed or insecure code if left unchecked.
Got it. So who's naturally good at this? Which backgrounds seem best prepared to leverage vibe coding well?
Well, interestingly, marketing-oriented product leaders often have a head start.
Because they're already focused on purpose, on business results.
Exactly. That strategic lens is built in. Also, design leaders.
Right. They're focused on user needs, on solving problems. It fits perfectly.
Yeah, they can use vibe coding to bring those solutions to life visually and functionally really fast.
And it seems like this really plays into Ben Horowitz's idea of a good product manager.
Oh, absolutely. The PM who acts like the CEO of the product, who understands the market deeply, takes ownership, defines things clearly.
And focuses on customers and revenue.
For that kind of PM, vibe coding becomes another powerful tool in their arsenal, a real force multiplier for their leadership.
It really makes you think, doesn't it?
Right.
Maybe the skill isn't just defining what to build, but orchestrating how it gets explored and prototyped using these tools.
That could be a big part of it going forward.
So as you, our listener, think about this, consider, is vibe coding a way to amplify your impact? Not avoid the hard work? Are you setting yourself up to orchestrate solutions or just assemble pieces?
A good question to ponder.
This has been The Deep Dive. We hope this sparked some thoughts.